Hello and welcome to the Technical Miracle Hello and welcome... I can't do it now.
This is my favorite part of the podcast.
The drinking has started. Hello and welcome to the Technical Miracle Podcast. My name is Jake. Joining me as always are my...
Why'd you put it right in the front of the mic?
Very
in front
awful,
of the cam.
Terrible co-hosts. Oh my god. We were going to start at 5 o'clock. We got on at like 4:30, and it took almost an hour to do this. Once again, my name is Jake. We talk about video games on this podcast. To my right is Dean, above me is Joseph, and over at the top there on the right is Noah. Say hi, everybody. How's
Hello.
everyone doing?
Hello.
A little Christmas cast going. It's the Christmas
Hey,
spirit. Let's hear a
the Christmas
Merry Christmas,
spirit.
everybody.
That's right. We say
Yay,
Christmas
jingle
on this
bells.
podcast.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We're taking it back.
When Dean was singing earlier, my mom started joining in, and I was hoping you
Wait,
guys
what?
couldn't hear it.
What do you mean?
Or like,
Wait,
I
there was
think-
like
I think-
somebody was
I think I
whistling
was
or humming,
singing.
or you were singing. I don't know who was singing. One of you fuckers were singing, and my mom started singing along. And I was praying to God nobody could hear it. Because I wouldn't want that encouraged you. I don't want to hear any more of her singing.
That's awesome. Oh
So
my
who's
god.
going to start us off here?
I mean, we could just recap. We haven't done this in a while. Last time we did this was in March. And I still
Oh my
haven't
God.
uploaded that version. Yeah, that was like 8 months ago. It was like, fuck. It's December now. Near the end of the year. So, we want to get started. I guess we're going to talk about just whatever we've been playing this week. Noah, why don't you start? Or actually, you know what? No, hold on. Because Joseph and Dean always tune out. Let's start with you two. We're going to start with Dean's Skyrim adventure, his modding adventure, because Joseph's also been doing that.
I think, Joseph, you gave up, though.
Yeah, I have to start from scratch again because the guide that I was following had hundreds of mods, and I love mods. So I downloaded a bunch of mods and fucked the game up, and I can't even play it, so I have to start from scratch.
Well, that's
after
why-
like 10 hours of work.
Joseph, that's why you do a few at a time. Go in, check if they all work, and then
I
you do a
did,
few more.
but I didn't check if they all work because that means I have to do. I don't understand how to test that shit.
What do you mean? You go
Because
into
you don't
the game.
just go in and then find like each add-on edits. Because I don't have a no clip or anything. I can't go around looking to
Yes,
see
you
winto
do. Yes,
I don't
you do.
even. I don't know how to
You go
work
to the-
Skyrim. I've
you
never
go in-
touched Skyrim.
Okay, you go in the console and you type TCL. That's how you no clip.
Like Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, yes, of course. They're both New Vegas technically isn't Bethesda, but yeah, it's the same engine and everything.
Well, how do I open the console?
You hit the tilde button like you do in any
I
other
did!
game.
I did.
No, you didn't, because
I
if
did!
you did, it would have opened up the console.
I opened up the fucking developer menu, the tilde key, and I fucking tried to type shit, and nothing popped up.
Okay, well, what mod were you trying to download that wasn't working?
All of them.
We should preface
Because
this
they're
by
all
saying...
fucking
That's
broken.
not very. That's not very.
We should preface
I
this
knew
by
he was gonna say
saying...
all of them.
Joseph, Joseph comes up to me, he's like, yo, I'm gonna mod Skyrim. I'm like, oh, cool, so you're gonna use, like, the Nexus and stuff like that? He's like, no, I'm gonna use Steam Workshop. And I'm like, ooh.
I should have used that.
No,
Then
you
maybe it
should
would have
not.
worked.
So,
it would have
for
worked.
those of you who don't know,
Literally the
let me explain,
worst.
because the audience might not be familiar. So, those of you who don't know, Skyrim modding is very complicated if you don't know what you're doing, like Joseph. And so, you can go on the Steam Workshop, and you can download mods, and it subscribes to them, and it organizes them, it's very nice. However, because it all goes directly through Steam, there's some limitations of what you can do. So what people do is they build separate executable files and, like, different, like, rendering, like, things for, like, animations, and you run these things separately. But you can't do that through Steam, because when you click, run Skyrim on Steam, it just runs Skyrim. It doesn't, like, add any, like, hook files or anything like that. So the main thing is you have all these extra files that you run before you run Skyrim, and you can kind of do that on Steam. You can get, like, Skyrim script extended through a mod on Steam, but it's not complete. And then you have the Bethesda Workshop for the special edition, but everyone goes through the Nexus for mods. So you have, like, 8K texture packs on there. You have all the Nude-Mods that Steam will not host. You have all the adult stuff. But Joseph,
Yeah,
it sounds like you've just been having nothing but trouble, and I feel like you're like what I was like when I first started mining Skyrim. It's kind of cute looking back. Like,
it's not cute at all. I just want to fucking play. I fucking put 8 hours into it.
So Joseph first started expressing frustration around when he messaged me about this error he was getting called a mod rule cycle, which and what that is basically is in Vortex he had his dependencies. He set his dependencies so that they were cyclic. Basically. So one mod was dependent on one, and then that mod was dependent on the other. And so that caused a problem. And so...
I needed to have the right mods. Were they not
or somebody said that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
I
load
looked
order was
online and
incorrect.
it said it didn't matter.
It's like, you need... Like, here's the special animation pack. Like, okay, wait, you need to run the animation renderer, and then before that, you need to have ideally, the bug fix mod that fixes all the bugs in this game so they run off each other without breaking. Like, you can run maybe one without the other, but it's not ideal. And sometimes you can't run one without the other at all. It'll break your game. What kind of mods have you been... not the nude ones, because you've been posting a lot of Skyrim models with giant cocks on the fucking Discord.
Put it up on the screen.
No, I will not get banned from YouTube. No, I will not do that. But you got this Sekiro mod, I think.
Okay,
and,
So
I got the video
Sekiro...
up, by the way, if you guys want to check it out. There's, for those of you who are watching the stream, listening, we'll have like a little video up showing the game off, whatever we're talking about.
So basically, my whole combat system is a combination of about 30 mods, the Sekiro one being one part of that.
It looks really good. If this is this the mod? Is this one of the mods, like the third person, like dodging?
Video, so the video I sent you is what I used as like the basis for all this. He gives like 10 or 15 mods to install, and basically it just completely changes the combat to be more like a one of those like third person modern type games, like a Dark Souls or the Sekiro or whatever. Or
the texture work in some of
Witcher,
these showcases is really good. Like, I always feel like it's going to clash, and it does kind of
well,
change the aesthetic.
I can't run
it.
that.
Yeah, you can't run those textures because you're running a 390, which is an excellent card for modding. Which is an excellent card for modding, but not for like 4K shit.
Joseph has the computer to run it, but he can't figure out how to get these mods installed to actually play the game.
I can't figure it out. Guess what? It's called I'm gonna make you fucking help me do it, you piece of shit.
At least it's not asking me.
Joseph, how many mods do you have? What's the number?
So the number I'm seeing here is just a very light. How do I see that?
Oh, okay, so like.
Oh no, never mind. It's because of pop up. 441.
What did you say?
441.
Now, have you been testing them as you go,
hold on.
or have you installed
wait a minute. We gotta
launch
stop
the game.
Jake,
If it doesn't
we gotta
crash,
stop
keep
right
installing.
there. We gotta stop right there, Jake. If you have 441 mods installed right now, Joseph, then you have a big problem because you have not spent a lot of time doing this. So I know for a fact what you did was you just downloaded like 50 mods at a time.
Too. I checked the requirements.
All you did.
I checked the requirements.
That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do them like 3 at a time. Install, check, test.
You clearly just installed 50 at a time. Enabled all of them, not even checking like the proper installation,
which is exactly what
and then
I
you expected it all to work.
And if it doesn't crash, it's the game's fault or your fault.
No,
because it's a mod. It's a community mod.
I download.
It's a mod. It's a bunch of community mods made by different people. So of course there's going to be compatibility issues. So you have to make sure that each single one is going in the order correctly. It's like if you downloaded like 30 games from 30 different developers, and then you mix them all together into one EXE.
For Arma 3, I don't test anything. I just download.
Okay, but it's not. It's not as complicated as a modding ecosystem. As
How
Skyrim
was I
is.
supposed to fucking know? I don't play Skyrim.
What do you mean? There's. Okay,
it's
anyway.
like Joseph. Think of it like this. Imagine like 100 cooks have an idea for a dish, right? And they each make their own dish. And the only way to combine all of them together to make one dish is to create like a super dish, where they combine all their dishes together, right? So they have to carefully, I'm going to take the lasagna out of my dish and put it on this one, and then what you did was like, I'm going to take 100 fucking dishes and dump them in a fucking pot, set it to boil, and hope it doesn't taste like a fucking pile of poison.
Joseph,
That's
these
what
things
usually
can get.
works.
Joseph, have you run an external program once in all this modding of your 440 mods?
See, that's what I was alluding
No.
to earlier.
I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know that.
well, there's
Yeah.
your problem.
I didn't
because,
know I had to.
like,
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that- you're supposed to
probably
look that up.
Probably a third of them. If you're doing anything with combat or anything that changes animations, you 100%
Wait a minute.
need to run an external program.
I thought Joseph
know
was
that.
teasing Dean about the fact that, oh, you can't run the game at 60 FPS. Look at me, I'm running the game at like 60
Okay,
FPS with my 1080.
yeah,
So
I
how
still
the
had
fuck
a lot of
No,
mods that worked,
so,
though.
no. So he got like all the graphical mods in, which
yes,
which
those are easy
basically
to
you
install.
just have to like. I helped him with the few where you actually have to manually go in and like, mess with stuff, and then the rest is just like, okay, drop it in, click enable, pretty much.
And you're gonna have to help me with that again because I'm gonna have to restart from scratch.
it literally would be easier if you brought his computer
Jake,
over.
Jake, I fucking gave him a guide too, with like.
I followed the guide.
Well,
it looks
was
like
it something
didn't
that he
help.
had to read?
Yeah.
No, but
yeah.
it was a fun read though. It
He
just
just
told me the
flipped
mod,
through it. He just
and I
flipped through it.
downloaded it.
Yeah.
After reading the requirements, I would
Told
just
me the mod
download
and I
everything.
downloaded it.
Yeah, he
You
didn't read
download.
the
Wait, hold on,
instructions.
If it said it
Joseph,
wasn't
Joseph,
compatible,
wait.
I didn't
Requirements,
download
he
it.
didn't read the setup instructions.
Yeah,
Setup
like Joseph,
instructions,
there's
like
very
what?
specific things
We
you have to
literally
do.
said there's setup instructions. There's like, you have to read a guide. It's a guide to setting it up. It's not
Did
just...
you
No,
I
I did what the guide
Did you
said.
read
The
the
problem
book?
is
No,
a lot
no,
of
no,
problems
just
that are
listen,
not on the
listen,
guide.
listen, listen.
Read all the
previous
chapter
mod-
titles?
You read the previous mod requirements. You did not read
Jake,
the
okay,
ACs
so
you have to
I
run.
read the guide.
shut
No,
the
you
fuck
didn't,
up,
because
Joseph.
then it would work.
No,
Okay.
because the guide just says, "Here's a mod, download it."
All right, no, Jake. Okay, so the guide I sent him is like a, okay, so
Getting started
basically,
guide.
It's a mega guide.
it's getting started basically. So it tells you, okay, these are your options for these things, right? It doesn't say anything about like how you install them. That's on the mod page, right?
You should have told him that then. You should have told him that then.
No. I mean, like, I thought I was pretty clear because, like, in the guide, if you read it, it
You're never
says.
clear enough with Joseph. You got to say it
Okay,
30
look.
times and then make him recite it.
Yeah, this is your fault, Dean. I'm glad we could all agree.
Yeah, I mean, Joseph is
Anyway.
incompetent, but we should expect
Oh.
that by now.
Thanks, Mom.
That's your fault.
So, Dean,
Home for the
brass
holidays.
tacks.
Do I not get anything?
Yes.
I would love
How
one. Thank
big
you.
are the penises that we're talking about here?
Oh,
Say
okay.
hi
So
to the podcast.
you can't. Hold on.
Home for the holidays.
Okay, so, like, the one I posted in the Discord was like. Wait.
Could you not be
Was
retarded
like-
for 3 seconds?
Was like this big, right?
No, it was
You
bigger
could
than
literally
that.
get it, like, that big.
Are you talking about your Magnum dog?
Like you know that meme where it's like, who's that Pokemon, and it looks like a chick
Yeah.
with like a fucking
And it-
car-sized dong, and then it turns out to be Goofy.
Yeah.
Are we talking like that big?
more girth,
Bigger,
more
bigger.
wider,
Bigger?
like a big
Yeah.
fucking giant,
Nice.
one of those giant
Here.
sausages you can
I
buy
could-
with
I
a
can
huge
launch the
glass
game right
slide.
now.
I have it perfectly pictured in my head, Dean. You don't need
Are
to
you
share
sure?
anything.
We
I'm
can put it on the
so
No, you
sure.
cannot. You absolutely cannot.
Absolutely sure. So, what is your? I just see whenever I'm playing Halo or something, like every hour, Dean just restarts playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
But like, what is an average day in the life of Skyrim, Dean? Like, what does he do?
Depends on if he's got nude-mods or not installed. But I think he just
Like, what do
you
I
just
do?
have all that bullshit
What
installed.
what is the gameplay experience like? What do you do?
Okay. So, how I like to play it is I go based on, like, completion, right? So I'll get, like, myself a really nice, like, player home mod that has, like, display stands for everything, and then, like, I make it my goal to, like, go through the game and get all those, like, unique collectibles and, like, put them up on display. And then, this is a new thing I'm doing because these combat mods are really new, so I'm completely overhauling the combat so it's actually, like, good.
Good. Yeah.
And then I'm going to be able to enjoy, like, that process more now that I have these good combat mods.
But like, do you go out, complete some side quest, come back home, watch a
Fuck
bear
my wife,
fuck your
yeah.
wife?
Yeah, exactly. No, literally that.
That was very Chad moment where you're like girl on girl, bear on girl. Like, oh, okay.
I can't wait to get mine fixed.
Yes,
I'm
what
gonna
are we
start
looking at
reinstalling
right
it
now?
It's like, why, yes, I do let my wife
This
fuck
seems
bears. How do
sus.
you tell? Yeah, so I've been curious about modding Skyrim for a while because it's like, I just don't find, like, after a point, I don't find the combat, unless it's like the melee combat maybe, I don't find the combat to be very enjoyable. Like, you got much better games now. Like, when Skyrim came out, it was like a big deal because it's like, you know, when you get past the... Jesus, could you not do that into your mic?
You fucking idiot.
Could you at least mute your mic while you fucking do that, you asshole?
I can't because the button never fucking works.
Yeah, it does.
Wait. Something's disconnected.
I can hear you.
Where the fuck is this button? The button? I can never find the button when I actually need
the button is above the wheel. The button
That's
is above-
okay.
Did that work?
That's okay, Dean. Just
No, it
eat
didn't.
quiet.
Why don't you fucking take it off and
Why
figure
isn't
out
the
which the
Why
which
isn't
is
the
button?
fucking No, this is
Figure
the
it
mute
out.
button. Yeah, hit the right fucking button.
How do you not know how to work a button? You just click it.
It doesn't. The button. It doesn't fucking work.
It's a good thing we have the visual because it would sound like Dean has a penis in his mouth right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Here, I'll just mute it in Audacity. No, I can't do that. What the fuck?
No.
It's fine. It's okay, Dean. Just eat quietly.
Impossible.
But these are crispy.
Then, like, fade into the background and then eat them. Not quiet at all. This is like Peter hiding in Anne Frank's attic levels of noise.
Oh yeah, okay, so Jake, vanilla Skyrim combat is kind of like
Dog shit.
dog shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just kind of like you walk towards them and you just mindlessly swing until like you tick their health down.
There's a little bit of weight behind the
Stop!
attacks, like when you take
Criminal
a giant.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you take like a
So-
big sword out, it does feel kind of satisfying, especially to do an execution. But like after a while, you can only get it gets sickening to just left click all the time. And I'll let you get back to your point. Let me finish mine from earlier. When Skyrim first came out, it was actually like kind of a lot better than some of the other games at the time. Notably, like Two Worlds 2.
That's a low bar.
What? Yeah, it's a low.
Two Worlds 2 is a low bar.
To be fair, Two Worlds has a great great magic system. Everything else is garbage, though. It doesn't have a great story. Doesn't have a really great world. It had some great graphics when it was on PC. It had a great magic system, like arguably, like almost as good as Dragon's Dogma's magic system, because you can go fucking insane with it. But everything else was just there was that other Divinity game. There was a bunch of the 3D Divinity game, not the original Sin one. But like when Skyrim came out, it was like, oh shit, this actually like works. Like it's actually tolerable and fun to a degree, but it just didn't. I don't know. Like it just hasn't aged very well now. But the mods, Dean, like sorry to cut you off, Dean, but what you were saying. So what exactly for combat what's improved? Because you got a secure system in there.
So there's a few.
What are you all running?
There's a few. Okay, so there's a few basic ones, right? So the big one is is something called Sky SA. So basically, it makes it so that because like in regular Skyrim, you can like move around and like you're just like floating while you're like swinging your sword. And so what Sky SA does is it makes it so you have to commit. So your movement is tied to your attacks now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just like float around while you're swinging, right?
Yeah, no,
And
that's
then-
super huge to like making it feel good.
Yeah. And then there's some like animation ones, but then I'm gonna have to look at my fucking.
Can you?
mod list.
I can't remember. Could
Oh
you,
yeah, okay. True directional movement. Okay,
Could
so
Sorry,
when you're
could
in
you like stop? In the original game, could you like interrupt your own attacks? Like, could you like stop mid swing? I can't remember if that was a thing.
I don't think you can. Well, unless if you like sheathed your weapon. I think.
Yeah, what Dean's talking about
okay.
is you could freely move around, and then swinging a sword would just spawn a hitbox in front of you.
Yeah,
and that was
pretty
it.
much.
Like there was no like actual weight
so it's pretty
to
shit.
anything.
Yeah, and then so the other one is true directional movement. So when you're in third person, now you don't always face your camera. You can move around, and then this also introduces a target, like a Dark Souls lock-on kind of thing. So you can target on your enemy, circle around them, right? And then there's a mod TK Dodge, which gives you a iframe dodging animation, so you can go back, forward, to the side. You can go like around them. And then the Sekiro mod, which replaces like the stamina system with a poise system, where like if you're running like low on stamina, then it's much easier for you to get stunned, pretty much. Yeah, and then there's like a bunch of little like tweaks to that. So there's like backstabbing. So if you dodge around them, you can initiate like a backstab animation. Yeah, and then there's like attack animation mods to make it feel more weighty, and so it's like slower combat, but that also means that like enemy attacks are telegraphed now. So you can respond to them and you can block or parry.
That was a big problem in the original,
that makes
where
it
like
much better.
you were just like flailing at each other and then just eating like fucking cornbread or whatever in like in the pause menu, so that because it's like you could kind of predict their attacks, but at the same time, there was no reason to. Just load up on food items, run it, and just spam left click until you win.
I think
so
that's pretty
it's
stupid
like
that's a feature. Just pausing and eating a bunch of
Bethesda
food.
games aren't really known for their depth, that like a lot of people like to say that they are. It's wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle, is the best comparison.
They're very big.
For the analogy.
Oh, also, did I say choreograph? I meant to say telegraph.
It's
I think
fine.
you said telegraphed.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
We love you.
Yeah,
It's telegram.
Now you will
Telegram.
move your sword to the left and
Yeah. So yeah, now it's more like a wait for your opportunity to strike kind of thing, or wait for them to hit you first so you can fuck them up, and then it's like a modern fighting game now.
I really wish
Not fighting
developers
game,
would
but-
when publishers would more often release their tools or even source code for like a lot of games that are just not Skyrim or Bethesda games, because Bethesda games are just so shallow, and then people are like, let's cram in as much like depth, and that's fine, but like, okay, I have a great combat system now, I have a great world, I have a beautiful world. What about the story? And then it's the same fucking thing from vanilla.
That's the problem.
Like, Jesus fuck. It's like
that's
it
what's
sucks.
going to frustrate me right now, is because now that I have a really good base for the game, now I'm like, okay, how am I going to make this shitty world? How am I going to make this shitty quests and whatever interesting?
So you got to go buy fan mods for that, but then it's like, well, now you're playing an entirely different game, and it's like, well, I'm not into the Elder Scrolls lore, and this is just fan stuff anyway, so it's like...
Oh, the lore... Hold on, lore is awesome.
Lore
but
content.
the problem is, in Skyrim... But in Skyrim, there's I feel like the lore is just kind of not really there in Skyrim. Morrowind hit you with it, because there's a lot of reading and everything in Morrowind. But Skyrim, unless if you go and you read the in-game books or whatever, I don't think you're gonna get anything. Because it's very basic dialogue, and they're not gonna...
because they can keep their fucking lore. I want to have fun.
Fuck you,
yeah, but
Joseph.
now you're dealing with the shitty story now, which you skip anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
Thanks for ruining it for
everybody.
Just play a different game at that point, Joseph. Why do you even play Skyrim?
He wants to play Skyrim because he wants to fight things and then come home to his loving wife, whom can get fucked by a bear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Or a pack of
Nathan
dogs,
Jawline a little
or...
bit.
I'm pretty sure there's mods where you can get the giants. I'm pretty sure there's a mod where you can get those giants to do it too. Or pretty much any animal that you can mod.
Wait, did you say I could
any enemy?
I think a dragon. I'm pretty sure the dragon
dog
too.
on that
you
thing.
can definitely do that.
Oh,
I've seen
for
the
sure.
videos.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Now I wonder how that works. Do they have micro penises, or do they have
No, they have
I
mad
think it's the
dragon.
full-
Does it
it's
just
the full
come
thing.
right out of the
That's
fucking
what the whole
person's
website's
mouth?
for.
I think it could be as big as you want.
With the way the dragons have those long necks, there should be a mod that just turns them all into little dickheads and just fight big flying penises. Like
That would be
SMT Mara.
People are insane.
You know what?
Wings.
I could search Lover's Lab for that right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're not.
But
Okay,
my,
let's.
but my fingers are oily.
Good.
Alright.
Good and oily. Speaking of oily, what have you been playing, Joseph?
Siege.
I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege, a fun game. An actually
No, this
fun
is actually
game.
interesting. He's got, I asked Joseph to send me some footage, and all he can send me is 20-second long clips in fucking portrait mode. And I'm like, I can't play this on the fucking podcast, so, this sucks.
Were you recording your, like, monitor
No,
with your phone?
He's, like, just sending me shit from some channel.
No, because the Discord I'm in has a lot of YouTubers that troll in Siege.
So why don't you explain what's
why do they record in portrait mode?
So
how do you even do that?
Recently,
I'll
there's
show
been
you
a
on the
glitch.
thing. Hold on. Let me show what Joseph.
Is it because you were screen recording from your phone of a
No,
video that
it's
was
not
in
me.
the Discord?
It's a friend that was recording, and I guess he was
Okay, but,
uploading
like,
to TikTok.
Yeah, well, I'm sharing it now. Let me just because this is I don't know how Joseph thought this was in any way
Listen, there's some
acceptable to send
British
this to
people
me.
in the Discord. I don't like the British, and
that,
I don't
Noah.
like TikTok.
Just like
but
this.
They have
This
like
is what he
100,000
fucking
views.
wanted to show me. This is what he's like. Hey, Jake, here's some usable footage for your podcast.
Why is it in portrait mode? Is Rainbow
Because I
Six
think
on phones?
Because I think they were uploading it to TikTok.
Or like shorts,
People
YouTube
get
shorts.
hundreds of thousands
Even
of
though
views
they're
like
not,
that.
even though they're not set as shorts on YouTube either. So it's definitely definitely a secondary account. Which is bullshit. Hey, Joseph, don't ever send me this shit again. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How can you think that's in any way acceptable?
I didn't. That's why I sent it to you.
Yeah, no, you're just like,
I didn't have anything else to send you.
I was messing with you the entire time. Like, no, you were actually
Yeah,
not retarded.
I didn't know.
No,
there's
you're just
nothing.
you're playing dumb
You
now.
can look up Siege
You're playing
yourself
dumb.
and get footage, asshole.
Why
do
I
I?
want you to send me something because like I don't want to add it in later because it's a lot of because I want to play something for the podcast and like I don't
Well,
know.
how
if,
is
like,
that different
I can-
from
I
me?
can
Because
doing
you're
use-
like
I can
more of
use
an
my
expert on this.
imagination.
You could send me something better that you like because I could show
I
something.
don't
like,
have
oh,
anything better.
That's
So
okay.
you do admit, you fucking asshole. You were playing dumb.
I didn't have anything better, so I gave it
What
to
do you
you.
mean?
doing?
Oh, so you submitted it to me genuinely. So that means you did know, and you were just faking trolling because you're actually a retard.
No, I was trolling and handing it to you because I didn't know what else to get. So I'm like, here you go. Here's this piece of shit thing.
part stupid, part maliciousness. I get it. Always with
Part
Joseph.
malicious, part here you go, Jake. Enjoy.
That's maliciousness.
Okay.
Joseph, so like Rainbow Six Siege, like how are you doing? Are you ranking up? Are you like,
I'm
cranking?
ranking
you
up.
doing big
so
numbers?
This is why we're bringing
I'm
it
in
up.
I'm in like the top 6% because there was an exploit
Yeah.
where if you typed in Arabic, it would crash everybody's game that is in all chat.
Yeah.
So they have to either turn that off and not enjoy talking shit to the other
I love
team,
how
or they have
it's
to get
specifically
crashed.
Arabic.
Yeah,
like it's
so
That's so
hundreds.
perfect.
So, like, there's hundreds of people getting hundreds of people banned each day by, like, fucking doing that glitch. So as soon as they get banned, you win the game, and you just keep ranking up like that. So to get to a high rank, you could be banning like I don't know. I banned over 200 people easily, and there's like hundreds of other people like me. So that's thousands banned.
So
Amazing.
great. So like he's like
This is on
boosting with
PC?
people. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and so I've started recording footage of people laughing at me because my KD is a 0.5, which
Doesn't
is
want to
really
upload
bad.
it to YouTube and
But I'm,
fucking
like,
have it
one of
sent
the
to me so I
highest
can play it on the
ranks.
podcast.
I will. I have to edit it down a little bit because they're
Okay.
all over an hour long. Where I joined the R6 Discord to get in a group. I joined their fucking squad, and they're like laughing at me for having a 0.5 KD and making fun of me, and I'm refusing to leave. So I'm holding them up for like 30 minutes, and they're like, "All right, guys, we're gonna switch to a different channel in 3, 2, 1." This fucking asshole followed me. What the fuck, dude? You're a fucking loser. I'm getting a moderator. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to play with me. I still have to fight to play. So why would I leave and start again? And I guilted somebody into playing with me 3 times, and I got 0 kills each time, and they were fucking pissed.
God, you're
There are
such an
people
asshole.
near tears.
There should be like a ban death ratio so that like it can be
Yeah,
a
there
little
should.
more accurate. 'Cause
They
that
should.
shit's probably like
Ubisoft
4.0.
doesn't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. There's way worse things out there too. There's loads of hackers too. I hacked on that
you
account and
wouldn't know
didn't get
anything
banned.
about that.
Oh, I would know everything about it. I was hacking on the account blatant, just shooting through walls and shit, killing people as hard as I wanted to get the account banned because it would be funny. Because people are actually watching my profile, waiting for me to get banned, and it never happened. It happened on a couple other accounts, but not that one.
God, you're a psychopath.
So what I would do is I would
beautiful.
have hacks on like 2 separate accounts, and I would just AFK one, so that way a lot of people couldn't team kill me. And whenever they would team kill me, I'd be like, alright, I'll just switch to this account and hack. And that account would be like silent for 20 minutes, and be like, what the fuck, that's you also? How many fucking characters do you have in the game?
It's the new meta.
Yeah, but now
You
it's
just gotta
patched,
adapt.
so I've just been trolling people and just throwing games. And people
Classic.
are very upset.
All right.
Like, people are literally looking at my KD and bursting out laughing in front of me. It's fucking hilarious. I have so much of it recorded.
God, you're such a psycho.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
And I'm like, no, KD is just a suggestion. Like, if the speed limit's 52, you can still go more than that. And I'm just
KD doesn't
saying
really
stupid
need
shit.
Oh, fuck. Alright, well, we're already 30 minutes in. This is already a great podcast. Alright, well, do you have anything to add to Siege, Joseph? Any other thing?
No, I'm
anything
just
else?
busy getting motion sickness staring at D.
What a fucking retard.
I shouldn't have ate all those avocados.
Alright, Noah, you've been playing Yakuza 0, haven't you? Right?
Yes, I have.
All right,
I
good.
finished it rather recently.
Alright, I haven't really gotten that far in it. It's on my I gotta play this shit because it looks really fun. Why don't you tell the boys about literally the game of the decade every decade? It looks amazing.
It's fucking great. Actually, Jake, quick aside.
Yeah.
Maybe I sent you the wrong thing. This is all like late game stuff.
Oh, it is?
We're not looking at spoilers right now, but if there's like part 2 should be fine. Just start like
okay.
first.
No,
third
I
of
skipped
part
ahead
2.
because I wanted to get through some combat sections. The problem is
There's a section.
Oh fuck!
Go to the booby section.
Well, okay.
Yeah, there we go. So this is the Yakuza experience. So Yakuza 0 is the prequel, which means it's a really great jumping on point for everybody.
Especially
Because the Yakuza series in general is like nuts. There's like a bunch of games, all the plots are insane, and this
is
one
he on a
plops
phone
you.
sex hotline? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's the phone sex hotline. So I'll explain the phone sex hotline minigame. So you can go
phone
to the
sex
Telltale
hotline
Boys
minigame?
Club,
You go to the
which
Telltale Boys
is
Club.
a phone sex hotline where you can get on the phone and chat up lovely young ladies like this one. And it's a little shooting game where you have to spin up the little phone dial and then zap the word you want. But there are other words floating around that you don't want to say. It's like talking to girls in real life. So if you say, like, I don't know, like, I'm a nice guy, you might see, like, I'm a nerd, or I'm a serial killer, and, like, you don't want to hit those, you want to hit I'm a nice guy. Or, like, what kind of girls do you like? I like younger girls, I like older girls, I like grannies, I like men. You want to hit, like, the younger girls one. That's your target. So once you get that, you like spin the little wheel, and then you hit the little word, and she'll tell you about her body, tell her about her face, and if you pass all the tests, you get to go on a date with her. Or if she's trolling you, she might be a guy. She might never show up. She might be way uglier in person. You also have to like identify the right girl. So when you go to the place, you want to make sure you go find the right chick, because there'll be two similar looking girls. If you talk to the wrong one, you fucked up your date. And that's just one tiny little mini game off in the corner that doesn't really like do anything. Yakuza has like a really cool like emotional and like complex story with like crime, and it's all very serious.
Takes place
and
in
that is
Tokyo,
contrasted by the fact that you have these fucking weird ass side quests. Wait, can you hear me? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
What did you say?
It takes place in Tokyo, or where does it take place?
It takes place in a district of Tokyo.
Yeah.
So all the Yakuza games, most of the Yakuza games, take place in real life Kabukicho. But in Yakuza world, it's called Kamurocho. But it's literally a recreation of an actual like district of Tokyo. And there's a couple other places that you visit.
This game
Yakuza
takes place
Zero,
in like
for
what,
example.
the 80s or the when does it
Yakuza
take
Zero
place?
is set in the 80s, which is when Japan had like a big bubble economy and money was flying everywhere. So that's like all in the game. Whenever you punch someone, money just flies out of them. There's a real estate mini game where you defeat your enemies through total domination, at which point you like completely own their business, their lives, their husbands, their wives, all of it is yours, and they submit before you. You walk up to random businesses and just show them a suitcase of money, and then you own that business. That's really fun. And then all of the plot centers around like real estate. And it's all very serious, and then you have the side quests, which are complete bonkers. There's How to Train Your Dominatrix, where there's a dominatrix outside of a sex shop.
Of course there is.
That isn't very good at being a dominatrix. She doesn't know how to do insults. She's not very good at stepping on people. So she asks you to like coach her, and so you go out to this children's park. And you start coaching her on how to be a dominatrix, and then these 3 children walk up, and they're like, "Are you guys playing a game? I want to play too." And she's like, "Oh God, we should get out of here." And your character's like, "No. This is the kind of embarrassment that you can take advantage of. You can really shame people when you have like embarrassing shit going on and people watching. You got to take advantage of this." And then the kids are like, "Adults are weird. I'm gonna run away." There's Passport to Pizza. There's a great one where there's this foreign girl in Japan, and she's asking for a visa, but your character thinks she's saying pizza. So you go through a whole quest to like order her a pizza, and then her pimp is like, "You can't give her a visa. I need this bitch for my money." And then you beat him up, and then he's like, "Actually, I'm in love with her, and I want to marry her." And then he proposes to her, and you all enjoy a nice slice of pizza together.
That's awesome.
I like
so
that
fucking
story.
great.
That's perfect.
Why can't Skyrim have anything like that? So, you are the Dragonborn, and you must go collect the dragon mask from the dragon emperor sleeping, and then you kill the boss. That's the dragon, and then... it's so bad.
It's not very interesting.
Yeah.
So.
There's,
Even
so
Fallout 3 and New
throughout
Vegas
the
have better
game-
side quests than Skyrim.
Throughout the game, there are like 20 real-life Japanese adult video porn stars hidden as like scanned-in NPCs, and whenever you talk to one of them, you like unlock a little like softcore video of them, and all of their names like in the game are their real names. So if you're just casually looking some things up later, it's very easy to catalog and sort them by which ones you might want to check out when you're done playing Yakuza.
Man, that's great.
There's Mr. Libido.
It's like
who is a man
it's like
who,
the nudie cards in Witcher 1, where you would just have sex with ladies, and then you would get their little nudie cards, like as like a side, like here you go.
Yeah. There's Mr. Libido, who is a totally shaved man who wears nothing but underwear, and he just pelvic thrusts in the background of like certain cutscenes. And you talk to him, and he's just all about the sex shop life, and he'll
What's
tell
his
you
name?
about where to find the
Mr.
Mr. Libido.
Mr. Libido.
You
Yakuza.
find
Look him up, too,
there's
because
it's
it's
2
hilarious.
eyes in Libido. Yeah. He'll tell you about all the best shops. There's a side quest where he like almost dies, and you have to get him his very special energy drink. And it's enter Mr. Libido. That's probably the best one.
Let's have it run here.
And let's see. Oh, there's a cat fight minigame where you bet on women's wrestling, where they like reuse a bunch of the special moves from like throughout the series, and you can make big bucks. Like there he is off in the corner.
I remember that guy from some of the footage. That's literally Dean. It's literally Dean.
Yeah, Mr. Libido is
like
is
Dean
an
on
example
fucking
to live by.
Dean on all the.
I would never do that.
All the drugs.
With enough mushrooms, Dean, you'll do anything.
Oh
we
my
know that
God.
for certain now.
I'll probably just be on the floor, catatonic.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it also has like the weirdest like combat system. Not so much in the sense it's a very traditional like 3D beat 'em up combat system, but the way it works is that it's like random encounters in like an RPG. So you'll bump into somebody on the street and then you'll fight them. In which case you can do things like yank their teeth out with a pair of pliers, suplex them into the pavement so hard that they're left standing, fucking
So it's
smash
like
their
having a
face into
nigga
the wall
moment.
repeatedly.
It's like what? What, Joseph?
Like having
Don't
a
ask
nigga
him to repeat
moment,
that.
like in Boondocks.
Oh, yeah, never mind. So it's okay. We'll put a candy cane on him. But at the end of the fight, after the fight scene closes, even if you just straight up stab them in the stomach repeatedly, they'll just get up and be like, "Oh, ow, oh, I'll get you next time," and they just walk away. Like, I have committed such acts of violence throughout all of the video games I've played, but I literally had to set my controller down and just marvel for a minute.
Is that like?
When
Is it got a T rating? Is it because?
No, it's got an M rating.
Japan's
like,
fucking weird. Is what is the deal?
It is.
Is it?
I
The
think
game's
the
weird in general?
idea is that we want to put these cool special moves in the game,
But we don't want Kiryu to
but
get
the
arrested.
main character, Kazuma Kiryu, has never killed anyone. Even when in Yakuza 0, you literally have a gun and are fucking shooting at fucking motorcyclists as they fucking drive at you, and they crash and explode after you shoot them multiple times in the head. Kazuma Kiryu has never killed anyone after like 8 Yakuza games. So that they have to maintain that illusion somehow. But the thing that made me like wince so bad is there's a move where you pick up a bowling ball and then you just bowl it right into someone's shin, and you just hear like the bone disintegrate and they just like lie on the ground, and I was just like, oh,
This sounds like a great game.
oh.
It is. It's
Is there a
little
lot
like-
of reading?
God.
No, there isn't.
Oh, that's great.
No,
God
should try that
damn.
out.
Everything's done through. There's a lot of cutscenes.
Wait, are there
though.
mods? Are there mods?
For the PC version, I believe so. Yes, there's
Yeah, maybe
there's a mod
but,
where
like-
you can play as fucking Neko Arc instead of
Awesome.
Kiryu. Yeah,
Joseph, you might find it
there's-
funny because but there's no gun. There's no shooting really. It's more about beating
You
people up
can
with combos. There's like
pick up
guns.
guns.
There's guns, but it's like it's designed.
It's
for
not
the,
like over the
milling.
shoulder shooting. It is like a 3D beat 'em up with an RPG attached. It's very strange.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah,
maybe
if you
there's a
play
mod that'll
any
fix that.
Yakuza game, play 0.
Yeah.
It's got like the best content, it's the best entry point.
Yeah.
It's got tons of wacky shit to do.
because they remade
And the story, in
What about
spite of all the
Yakuza
funny
3
shit,
Remastered?
like this game will make you go from like laughing to like almost crying. It's very
They recently remade like the
Wild.
first 3, I believe. So they remade 1, 2, and 3. They're called Yakuza Kiwami now, and they made 0 as like a prequel. So they rewrote part of 1, I think, to tie
Yes.
0 in. So 0 is definitely the place you want to start, from what
Yeah.
I've read. Then 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 actually recently got put on PC. 6, I hear, is not that great. Then you have the Like a Dragon, which you talked about last year, actually, I believe, and I want to play that. I really want to play. If there was any reason for me to
Seven's
play the
really
Yakuza games, it would be to get to that game. Because holy shit, the
you
way
can
just-
you can start 7 completely fresh. 7 is
Really?
a new protagonist
okay.
and a new story.
I'll wait for it to
some
go
of the
on
old
a-
characters
on
show
sale.
up, but you'll literally know when the old characters show up because, like, every camera angle and music cue is like, here comes the fucking badasses.
That's awesome.
So it's you can pick it up just fine.
I'd rather like get into it, like, even though I don't need to, because like I did that for Metal Gear Solid, and like I did that for like almost every franchise, like Dragon Guard.
Yeah,
and,
no, it, like
I ended up enjoying the iterations a little better. But I know what you mean. Same thing with Metal Gear Rising. Like, you don't need to play Metal Gear Solid 4, but it gives you more like when you do. And everyone's like, "Oh, you don't need to play Metal Gear Solid 4."
I believe
like,
Rising was like the first Metal Gear game I ever played.
Really? Yeah. So, but like once you played like after the Patriot like thing from 4, you played 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, like after the Patriots thing, you're like, it's like, oh fuck, this, I'm in the world more now. I get it more, but then you hear Rules of Nature and like you just forget about everything.
Yeah. Yeah, once Senator Armstrong comes out of the back of that mech and starts talking about his college ball days, it's all out the window.
No, for me it was when you suplexed a fucking Metal Gear Ray.
Yeah.
It was fucking great.
That too.
Suplexing a Metal Gear Ray. It's
it
awesome.
is kind of funny
that
going
thing,
back to like Metal Gear Solid 2 where you like have to fight them and they're scary.
It's the Metal Gear Ray. It's like a new
aquatic
version of the Metal
throw
Gear.
it around.
Shit. And then like, it's like, yeah, split it wide open.
But yeah, I'd hard recommend. Literally anyone in this podcast should give it a try. If nothing else, to learn the names of
I didn't know it was on
Japanese
PC.
porn
I thought it was like a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh, it used to be.
Yeah, no, it's on
but
PC.
Zero, I believe, launched on Xbox One and PS4, and then they ported it over to PC, I think?
Yeah. It might have even been as old as...
Might have been on PS4.
It might have originally been a PS3 game, because it used to be Japan only. It took a while for these things to get
you know what?
stateside.
You're probably right about that. It was PS3, then PS4, and then it got ported to PC. I think it eventually came to Xbox in some, like, Game Pass or some shit, because they started porting more Japanese games, because Uncle Phil Spencer can't seem to sell any Xbox in Japan. He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard. Not even the PS4 is, like, gonna... Like, I feel like console sales in that country are just fucked. They're never going to go anywhere. Because, like, 6-day work weeks, 10-hour work days. Oh, sorry,
you can play this on the bus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah.
Phones.
I thought you were saying, like, that was your signal, like, you gotta go. I'm like, oh,
no,
fuck.
No.
That's why the Switch is doing so well. And that's why the Vita sells better than the Xbox. Because you can fucking do something. I guess probably the mobile network connections there are probably like better. They have the infrastructure for it because it's like a tiny little island as opposed to like a big fucking place like the United States. So you got like 5G towers everywhere with like good reception, so you can stream games to your phone.
Yeah, that's why they're
the Steam
so
Deck might
slow
take
about
out there too.
Putting good netcode in their games.
And like now, like
because they're like, "What do you mean your internet's slow? You are poor American bitch boy."
I'm
we
actually
have 12G.
I'm actually looking forward to how the Steam Deck's going to do over there because we can get better Japanese PC ports. Because I think the Japanese market is going to be pretty big for that Steam Deck. Because there's a lot of really good Japanese or Japanese-themed PC RPGs, and they're not on Switch, or they're on the PS4, and it's like you can't bring your fucking PS4 on the bullet train. You gotta bust that Steam Deck out.
Well, there was that one guy that he had his like little setup.
Of course there was that guy. I was probably that guy.
There was that picture of that like one really fat dude who had like stretched out his jeans pocket so much that he could literally fit a PS4 in there. So Jake, what have you been playing?
Oh, well, does anyone really care? Probably not. No. Yeah.
Oh. Baby. No.
Let's see. I can. I guess I've been playing a little bit of everything. Oh Jesus. I've been playing a game. I guess we can. I guess it's easier for me to show this now since we have the screen sharing, which is nice. I've been playing a game. Joseph's going to make fun of it. It's called Pronty, Fishy Adventure. Weirdly, it was changed.
More like Pronty, Shitty Adventure.
It's a cute little indie game. It's really good actually. It's like a Metroidvania almost. I'm a sucker for the. It's got some weird like animations going on for it. I feel like they're like they just kind. It's like you take a piece of paper. You draw like a character on it, and then you attach the limbs via like screws or them. Kind of reminds me of that. You can see the fins on there. That's what it reminds me of. But I like the style, and I like the a lot of the backgrounds. And actually, this is really far in. I want to skip back a little bit. But it's like a Metroidvania. It's more like a Metroidvania light. But you get all kinds of abilities. You get this cute little this companion. He's a weapon. He's like a biological weapon, but I think his name is Brunt or something. Or maybe that's the name of the Ferengi on the Star Trek. I forgot.
No, his name is Cunt.
No, that's Quark. But Quark is based.
No, that's Captain Janeway.
Wait, no. Wait. I'm talking about Deep Space Nine, not fucking Voyager. Okay, no. You've never seen Deep Space Nine, have you?
I've seen a couple episodes of Deep Space Nine.
By couple, did you mean like you actually tried to watch it? Because first season.
How far are you in Next Generation? You fucking.
I got to season 7, motherfucker. I'm gonna finish it on the car trip to fucking Canada. Star Trek Deep Space Nine is the best show. It's the superior show. Next Generation's fine. Although
Next Generation's I don't like
Dean, shut the fuck up. Alright, you
don't
probably
like,
watched some shit from
Deep
season
Space
1.
Nine is
and you're like,
superior.
this looks kind of gay, and shut up.
The first season of TNG is really fucking weird, just like Deep Space Nine.
No, because I watched the episodes that Jake showed me.
No. I'm talking to Noah now. I'm saying, like, Noah's like, I don't know.
I'll watch Deep Space Nine. I've enjoyed what I saw. I just needed a break because I just finished TNG.
It was on a space station. They're not going out to exploring.
It's fine. I liked it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
You sound like you make fun of it before when we brought it up.
Yeah.
Because I like shitting on the things you like.
Oh.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, the Pronty. It's a great little, cute little indie game. I don't know really what else to say about it, but it does ticks a lot of the boxes. The underwater aquatic theme, the ambient sounds, the fucking music is really good. I always wanted like an underwater 2D game or like a 3D game that was like really like beautiful, really nice to look at, and really like aesthetically pleasing. And this one's just awesome. I love it to death. It's fucking adorable too. It's actually funny.
What's the storyline?
Actually, that's actually a really cool part. So the idea is
I regret my question immediately.
You're a cute little fish. You wake up, and they're like, "Oh, it's your first day training. You're gonna work for like the Royal Marine fish. Like, you know, we're gonna protect humanity. We're like we have our own undersea cities. It's like Atlantis, like almost, but like they work with the humans, from what I've heard, right?" So, like, okay, it's time for training, and, like, you go, and, like, training starts, and you're like, huh, that's weird. We can't seem to contact anyone. The equipment's not working. Huh, that's weird. And then this giant fucking, like, fish comes in that's the size of, like, looks like an angler monstrosity comes in and destroys an entire city.
Oh, and, is this that game? Is this the game where the fucking big fishy thing is chasing you the whole time?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. This is something I've never seen before. What are you referring to?
I have no idea. I don't know what it's called.
Subnautica?
No, not Subnautica. It's a 2D game, but like it was some 2D game where there was like some giant angler worm like chasing you around.
An Alaskan bullworm?
Was that the whole game, or was that like part of the game?
I have no idea.
Was it underwater?
This was very.
I think
this
so.
has been very helpful, Dean.
Fuck! I would actually kind of know what I would like to know what this is, because maybe I would like to play it.
I have no fucking idea.
Fuck! God damn it, Dean.
Good job.
Do you know when it came out? Do you know what system it was on?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't even remember where I saw it.
Yeah,
I just remember something vaguely.
You fucking idiot, Dean.
As you can see from this map right here, it's a pretty detailed world. Shut up, Dean. Anyway, no. So the story goes like, okay, so this big giant angler fish, this monstrosity comes in, and like whenever you fight an enemy, it gives you a description of what it is. But for this fish, you can see like it's like foreshadowing. It shows at the very end. It's like at the very end of your like encyclopedia, but like there's barely any information on it. It's like it literally acknowledges like there's one paragraph. It's like not much is known about its species. We don't know anything about it. We only know about like the one incident where there was this big marathon. Like they actually have like sports events they talk about, like a whole new life. There was a marathon, and everyone's talking about like this boogeyman fish, and everyone's like, it's just some dumb rumor. There's nothing out there, like in this deep, dark trench that no one knows anything about. And they're like, it's totally safe. It's fine. So they have this like special marathon event 5 years ago in this trench, and like this giant fish was hiding in the background, and like as soon as the marathon started, it fucking like ate about every contestant. So then like this fish society declared war and basically decided to stop this thing and like all these other things. And the problem is that they just couldn't. And when you're playing as like this like new recruit, right? And you think like, okay, we're gonna join the Corps, everything's gonna be great, we're gonna save the day. And the whole game is like going through like everything has just been recently destroyed. Like you go to like, okay, what the equipment's not working. Let's go to the command center. You go to the command center. And it's like everything's fucking destroyed. What the fuck happened? Like as you're getting there, it's like it's almost like you know how in Souls like everything was like fucked and like there's a civilization here before. This is more like, oh, you just got there too late, and like you get to a computer system. Computer system's like, oh yeah, we got other cities and like special zones. Like, well, where are they? It's like, well, we haven't been able to contact them. Okay.
Well, what do you shoot something? What do you do? Like,
so
you explore.
You get a bioweapon. You get a bioweapon. I think, and he's a swordfish. And he's a robotic swordfish, and the idea is you don't just shoot with your character. You use the swordfish to, like pinch and stab and like charge other enemies. You can have them spin around you to create like a bubble shield that will also like slice enemies up. And the game is actually, from what I recall, kind of brutal. You can actually see like fish getting their heads decapitated. It's they're
just fish.
It's like one of these like games where like it's like, oh, that's a cute, nice aesthetic for the kids, and then you play and like this is dark as fuck. What the hell happened? I think it's a Japanese developed game, or maybe Chinese. It's not. It's definitely like East Asian. I know that from like some of the.
Okay.
So like I'm not, but it was like honestly like I was playing like this could have been my game of the year. Like fuck.
What's it called again?
Pronty, a fishy adventure. Just Pronty. I believe it's on Steam and Switch and Xbox One maybe and PS4, but it's definitely on Steam. I got code for it. Disclaimer: I did get code for it, but like I was not expecting. Like this is a great game. I fucking really enjoyed it. I've only played 2 hours. It's apparently 8 hours, so it's fairly short. It's a Metroidvania light, but I really want to get back to it and like finish it because it ticks every box. Like and as I was playing it, it was getting more interesting. There's great boss fights. It makes total use of the environment. You have all kinds of weird fish. You have one fish that's I'm sorry. You have one of the first boss fights you fight is a parasitic worm. Basically, you go to this trench area, and there's this whale, and she's in pain. She's got like fucking shit through her, and she's like basically dying. And you're like, your fish commander's like, you can't. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is put her out of her misery. Like she's gonna. You can't save her. But as you're like thinking of what to do, you get inhaled by this whale, and you're like, oh fuck. And then it turns out she's got this parasite inside of her, and like it's moving through the background, and you get to the area where you fight the parasite, and it makes use of this really cool fight, where the parasite will go through the walls and come out and then fight you. So like you like see two openings, and you're like, oh god, which angle is he gonna come out? How fast is he gonna do it? And then like. It's really awesome. Like it looks like a simple little indie game, but honest to God, like it genuinely impressed me.
It looks solid. Looks really solid.
Yeah, and I love the style of the animation. I love the music is amazing. I'm trying to get the soundtrack for it. The music is incredible. It's really ambient, really nice, atmospheric, orchestrated. Yeah, but that's Pronty. I really enjoyed it. Does anyone else have anything to share? Or we could just end it here if you want.
Yeah, I want to get to Skyrim.
And
I just
Dean
reinstalled
everything with Skyrim.
Clear up
we're
your
all
schedule,
rooting
Dean. We need to fix some things.
That's going to be your day.
We're going to need
for
to
the
fix
rest of the
some
night.
things,
He's
Dean.
helping Joseph.
We're at square one. I already have it all reinstalled.
There you go. See, he already reinstalled everything.
Delete
It's
all the
fine.
mods.
Now it's all up to
It's
you.
good to go.
You know, why am I
God
even
damn
asking?
it.
I'm not involved in this. I'm not gonna waste my time. Good luck, by the way, Dean. Now, you know, it's like whenever he asks me about a computer question. And he's gonna make you do this when he's at
You
work, too.
reap-
He's gonna remote access to his computer.
You reap what you sow, Dean.
Joseph, I'm just gonna tell you to read the directions.
I read the directions and
No,
they're
you didn't.
confusing, dude.
No, you didn't. Oh, okay, they were confused. That's fine.
Well, you don't.
Implying
well, okay,
Joseph can
Joseph.
read.
Joseph,
And
if
some
you
of-
install,
no. There's something else.
Okay, anyway.
No.
So
let
if you
me
install,
explain.
if you install two mods,
No, you can't even download some of them. You have to wait 24 hours to download some of them because they're on Mega, and because a lot of people
Why are you
download it, there's a time limit.
just
Because the only way to download it is on Mega. The only way to download it is
What
on
are you
Mega.
trying to download that's on fucking Mega?
There was two separate things that you need that was on Mega that you have to wait hours to fucking
So
download.
download the
There's
Mega
like
downloader. It bypasses that.
You didn't tell me that when I brought that
That's
up to you
just a
multiple
fucking
times,
basic-
you fucking retard.
that's just
I
like a
told you.
basic
We
life
were
hack.
talking to each other, and you didn't fucking tell me that at all, you fucking piece of shit.
You didn't. Well, hold on. No. Well, because I forgot. Anyway, Joseph, if you install 3 things, okay, and they don't work, then you don't just move on and install more shit that's probably gonna cause
I didn't.
problems.
I had to get you to fucking send me the file.
Joseph, why did you have 440 files if nothing worked?
Because I launched the game, and if it doesn't crash, I just exit out and,
And
continue
that's it for the
downloading.
Technical Miracle
Joseph,
Podcast. Thank you very
Joseph.
much for watching. Everyone, save your Audacity recordings. We're going to shut this thing off before it goes on to another half hour. I'm pretty sure we all have places to be. See you guys later. Send me the Audacity recordings. Bye-bye.
Oh, whoops. No, I'm fucking with you.
I'm not. Okay.